remember when I was little, some days I would wake up and I would already see the snow falling outside of my window. I would get so excited and I would rush downstairs where my mom would tell me that today was a snow day. As I'm sure many of you remember, snow day were absolute golden words when we were little. However, for the next generation of students, snow days may be a thing completely of the past. This brings us to today's question. How will the pandemic permanently change public education? Although there are many different things that are going to change due to the COVID-19 pandemic, 3 clear answers when it comes to education are different technological advancements, a possible shortage of teachers, and finally, a new quality of education for communities of color and low-income communities. To start on a more positive note, let's discuss the technological advancements that will come from the COVID-19 pandemic. During this pandemic, many online sites were utilized to do education with. However, Brookings.edu said on April 24th of 2020 that online resources can be helpful to complement in-person instruction, allowing teachers to focus more on engaging their students and mentoring them. This is incredibly true. Obviously, during the pandemic, if we didn't have online resources, students would have to repeat full years of their education. However, thanks to websites and/or apps such as Schoology, Google, or Schoolnet, or even Zoom, this is something that was completely avoided. However, these tools will continue to be utilized even after the pandemic is over. They have proved their usefulness during the pandemic, but they have many outside resources that you can use during education even when it's in person. For example, Google Classroom allows teachers to post assignments without any physical papers. This makes it easier for students to be organized and find all of the things that they need. In addition to actual websites and apps, online textbooks have become incredibly popularized during the COVID pandemic. This, again, makes sense because it limits the exposure to different people's houses. Instead of carrying a physical textbook to school, then back to your house, or vice versa, you simply keep an online textbook on your computer, which you keep on you at all times. This stopped the spread of COVID by reducing the amount of times that things left houses, especially when people were in quarantine. However, this will have uses beyond the pandemic as well. The Chicago Tribune has already said that New York school districts have planned a solution where, as we said, no snow days will be included. This is because they can fully put all of their textbooks and classes online. This is an incredible deal, and as for online textbooks, this is something that will actually be incredibly helpful to students. They won't have to carry 6 or 7 periods worth of books on their back throughout the day. However, on a more negative note, there may be a possible teacher shortage after the COVID-19 pandemic. The American Federation of Teachers has conducted a study that concluded that 1/3 of the teachers that they asked have said that they are now considering an early retirement due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This is because many teachers are in the age group where COVID will hit the hardest, being from late middle ages to elderly ages. In addition, many teachers have spouses, kids, or some form of family at home. It's hard to go to a job where you are exposed to over 100 people a day and then go home to your family. Teachers are worried not only about contracting it themselves, but giving it to those who they live with or that they share their lives with. This is an incredibly valid concern, and many teachers across the nation are experiencing the same thing. For example, in Rhode Island, the Province Teachers Union has said that their district is short some 100 teachers, and they could use an additional 100 to fill all substitution needs. Substitute teachers are equally as important, and this is an incredible lack that we are facing. The job of a substitute teacher is especially hard during a pandemic. A substitute teacher's job is to fill in when a regular teacher is sick and can't attend their class. When we are facing a deadly illness, it's incredibly difficult to subject yourself to the room where someone had recently been exposed. In addition, the room where they could have possibly contracted the virus. This has led to a shortage in substitute teachers as well as teachers full-time. This is obviously an incredible issue, but one way that we might be able to solve it is the vaccine that is currently getting ready to be distributed. When more people are vaccinated, less people will be afraid of actually contracting the virus. In addition, once teachers are vaccinated, they will have less reason to be afraid that they specifically will get it. This should greatly help the possible teacher shortage, but it still is an issue that is incredibly pressing when we discuss what changes will be made to education due to the pandemic. Finally, let's discuss the pandemic's influence on education in communities of color or predominantly low-income communities. It's no surprise that the COVID-19 pandemic has affected low-income peoples or people of color the hardest. In fact, the NAACP has stated that they are keenly aware of the impact of underfunding, lack of educational resources, especially in communities of color and low-income communities. Urban.org agreed with them, saying that many of the communities who are hit the hardest by the COVID-19 pandemic have been Latino communities, Black communities, or communities that are predominantly filled with immigrants. This is incredibly true, and personally, I know people who have struggled with this. It's hard for communities of color and or low-income communities to find vital resources such as school supplies, technology that's needed, and a good Wi-Fi signal to connect to their current online classes each day. This will be something that continues even after the pandemic, because technological advancements will be used in classes more frequently after the pandemic. These poor students are going to actually have to deal with it even beyond the pandemic, where some of us will just go back to normal afterward. We need to find a way to where students aren't limited by the money that they earn and or their community in education. Schools will need to find a way to provide for these students just as much as they do for predominantly wealthy children. In addition, the local governments, federal governments, or school districts are going to have to find a way to provide for communities of color and low-income communities during the COVID-19 pandemic as well as after. When asked the question, how will the pandemic permanently change public education, we can see three clear things that are going to change. For example, technological advancements, a possible teacher shortage, and a different standard of education for low-income communities and communities of color. Although the pandemic has brought many bad things, one positive thing that it has brought is innovation. And as more creative people, we will have the ability to fix some of these problems and use new advancements, even after the pandemic is done.